So what's up guys, Robbox here and welcome to a very exciting video. This video is actually the first gameplay from F1 2018. It's going to be Charles Leclerc driving a hot lap in his Sauber, his Alfa Romeo Sauber, around Monaco, which is obviously this weekend's Grand Prix. So Codemasters have actually uploaded this over on their YouTube channel, which is where I got the gameplay from. So let's take a look at the footage of Charles Leclerc doing his lap around Monaco, and then we'll pick up on some of the points in a bit.
Hello, I'm Charles Leclerc, driving for Alfa Romeo Sauber F1 team. I will take you around my home Grand Prix in Monaco on F1 2018. So here we are in Monaco, start finish line, and then braking for turn 1. Always pretty tricky because it's quite bumpy, and you also need to have a very good exit because then it's uphill all the way to the casino. Then actually a quite quick section here with a left-hander and then the right-hander, where you need to avoid the bump in the exit. Otherwise, yeah, you get a little bit of wheel spin. And then tightest part of the track, pretty difficult. You can win or lose a lot of time on the braking point here. And then here you really need to have a very good exit before to go into the tunnel. Pretty tricky here with the light going out, because always difficult to see the road after that. And yeah, then we arrive on the fastest section of the track with the left-hander, and then here the left-right, which should be flat when you are in qualifying, and then arriving in La Rascasse. Here also is probably the bumpiest section of the track, and then the last corner, which goes to the start-finish line, and that's it. No, it's good. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I like it.
So, as you can see from the hot lap, it's a pretty decent looking game from the first gameplay. So the first thing, well, there's a couple of things which really picked up on during this gameplay, and that is the first obvious thing is the halo, and I was a bit concerned about how the halo might look in the F1 game. So I was kind of a bit like, oh, it might make T-Cam look a bit horrible, but I think they've actually slightly lowered it. Or maybe it's just exactly the same, but the halo isn't too intrusive actually, and you can still see everything going on all around the track and all the stuff like that. So that is one of the main worries for me personally about the game cleared up. So that's a good job on that. So the halo is looking fine. I wonder if they will. We haven't actually seen the on-screen display, but I wonder if they will put the on-screen display up on the halo, like the rev counter and stuff like that, or whether they'll add in the option to do that. If they don't, I imagine there's some modder out there who will actually do that for the game. So that might be quite interesting to see how they use the halo in this game. So whether they use it for the hood and stuff like that, but it'd be interesting to see. But if not, it's cool for modders. You could put like your name on there and stuff like that for the skins. But let's talk about that and more on about this gameplay. So then the second thing I noticed is the Hypersoft tyres. So this basically confirms the Hypersoft tyres would be in the game. Obviously I'd expect the Hypersoft tyres to be in the game, but it's the first time seeing them out in the F1 season. The first time there's been these Hypersoft tyres. So I haven't actually seen practice from it, but I'm wondering how the tyres perform. I haven't actually watched a session with the new tyres in, but hopefully on the game they'll be pretty decent, very quick, but I imagine won't last very long at all. I mean they shouldn't, but I haven't seen practice yet, so I'll have to wait and see on that one. But so with the Hypersoft tyres in the game, so that's yet another compound we can choose from in our career modes. So another thing we picked up on is the ERS deployment. So if you notice, if you go back and look as he crosses the line, there's a line on his like a bar or it's 3 bars on his steering wheel, and you'll see as he crosses the line they reset. So yeah, it looks like ERS's deployment is in the game, which is quite interesting. Whether it's still an automatic thing or whether it's a manual thing, I don't know personally. I haven't read into it much, but I'm guessing it's going to be a manual thing. So this is going to be going back to when we had KERS in the game. So if you remember back to F1 2012 when we had KERS in the game, that was really cool because you had to be quite tactical about where you use your deployment, so you could use it to defend, and it was really interesting for league racing. So ERS being back in the game is gonna add that extra level of strategy almost to league races, especially obviously in career mode, but especially for league racing and esports. So that is going to be a very interesting new feature in the game, probably the main new feature we'll see in the new game. So it's going to spice up the racing a bit, and how that gets deployed exactly, I don't know, because obviously when ERS came into the sport in 2014, they didn't have that. They said it was automatic. I don't think it's actually in there at all. Whether that's confirmed, I don't know. But I personally think it is a good feature to have in the game. It's going to spice up the racing, which is what we want to see, and spice up the game. So that was one of probably the biggest talking point from this gameplay, and this biggest talking point probably seen from Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that. So it's probably a good feature, and I'm definitely excited to get my hands on that. Another thing to note, just a minor thing, Charles Leclerc looks happy playing the game, so it must be a decent game, and all the handling appears to be good. He's using what looks to be the Logitech G27, no, not G27, G29 wheel, the wheel I've got, and I'm actually having problems with it at the minute on F1 2017. So hopefully it appears that wheel's working now on the game. So if anyone else having problems about that, then it's probably solved. But that's pretty much all I could pick out from this gameplay. It's only a 2-minute clip, and the main thing is Charles Leclerc is happy, so I guess we're all going to be very happy. So if you are excited and did pick up any other bits in this gameplay, then do let me know down in the comments, and we'll have a bit of discussion, and let's hope that Codemasters keep releasing these videos and of hot laps on the new game for each race in the run up to the release. So if you did enjoy it, remember to give a like, comment and subscribe for more. So we see you in the next one.